Hey guys, and welcome back for another Polymer Clay tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this jewelry holder slash candle holder. So I made a gold variation and this really pretty sunflower. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing you will need is your choice of clay. Today I'm going to be using a gold and a glass bakeable dish. This is a ramekin and it is from the company Anchor. You can find these pretty much anywhere. It's, a little dish that you would put, dip and stuff like that in. So the first thing you're going to do is take your clay and condition it. And then once you have done that, you're going to roll it out into a thin sheet. And we are going to get our circle cookie cutters and cut out a circle that is small enough to fit on the underside of the ramekin. So I'm just using my cookie cutters that I got at my local dollar store. I actually found these for a really good price, but you can find these anywhere online, Amazon or eBay, and I really recommend getting a set. So now I'm going to start making the petals, and for some reason I decided to cut out my first petal with my X-Acto knife, and then I took my petal and I put it on some paper and cut it out and made a template. But I would probably say that you should draw it out first and then cut it out, just because it is probably easier. But anyways, so I'm going to be cutting out 8 of these petals to start off with, and after I cut out each petal, I will run my fingers along the edges just to smoothen the edges and make them not so sharp. Okay, so now that I have all of my petals cut out, I'm going to start placing them on the underside of the ramekin. So the first thing I did was put down a little piece of parchment paper, and then I put down my circle, and now I'm going to place one layer of the petals, and I'm going to do it in 2 layers of 4. So I just placed them on the bottom, across from each other, and symmetrical. And you can just add a little bit of pressure to the bottom of the petal just so that it gets fused to the circle. And then you're going to put your second set of petals on. And when you go to put your second set of petals on, you are going to put each petal in between the first layer of petals. So you're just filling in that gap. So if your petals are a little bit long and they go down to the bottom of the ramekin, then just make sure that you flip them up so that they don't get squished underneath or get cut off. So now I'm going to work on the last layer of petals, and I'm going to be cutting out 8 of these little guys. And I basically just took the template and I recreated the bottom of it, but I just shortened it. So it's still the same width and it's basically the same up into halfway. So I just basically chopped off the tips. And the reason why I did that was so that I could create more of a bowl, so that it would stay, all my stuff that I would put in it would stay nice and contained. Because if I didn't have these little petals, the bowl wouldn't be so deep and I wouldn't be able to put, lots of earrings in and stuff like that. So I just put, the first 2 layers of petals, I just put the 4 petals down across from each other and then put the second set of petals down, filling in those gaps. So all together I have 4 layers of petals. So now I'm just going to cut out one more circle and place that at the bottom. And as you saw before, I also just put in a bunch of clay just to fill in all those gaps and fuse everything together. But now that it doesn't look as pretty, I'm just putting on that last circle just to make it nice and flat and just, looked button up. And then that is pretty much it. So you're just going to stick it in the oven according to your package instructions. Mine's 265 for about 15 minutes, and then take it out of the oven very, very carefully because these can be slippery little suckers. And then you're gonna have to wait a little bit to take it off just because the ramekin stays hot for a very long time. And also because the petals, the longer petals, are a little bit gentle or a little bit delicate, they do have a tendency to, you know, they could snap off technically. So you want to make sure that those have hardened fully before you take it off. So here it is, nice and hard, and as you can see, it comes off nicely. And the parchment paper, I just needed to lift that off very easily, and that's it. So I think it came out really pretty. It almost looks like a sun to me. I also made the sunflower, which I will have a photo of that at the end. I just put some triple thick on there and made it nice and shiny, and that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, and don't forget to follow me on all my social media, and you can head on over to my blog where I'll have a list of materials I used to make this. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!
Hey guys, it's Ashley and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be making this really cute minion swimsuit.